Hey guys, so I got some clarity on the World of Waves situation. I do have all those shares. However, they did a swap. I'm so tired of this V1, V2 token exchange. I don't think a token should be able to do it. I think you should be able to manipulate, sorry, and change the contract as you need to, but it's so annoying. So on July 22nd, World of Waves did a swap where every 100,000 tokens is now one World of Wave tokens. But I don't know if I missed that window to swap it because I keep trying to swap it and I can't. So now I'm sitting here with what would be probably 189 or 1,890 new WOW tokens, which is really not much when you use the 0.006, which is probably what they were doing is they were like not commuting it, exchanging it for me. So like I was selling the V1 tokens, which were equivalent to that. So that's what they were giving me for that, if that makes any sense. So I figured it out. So basically what I'm learning is, and the reason I came to make this video is that if you buy a token, you need to be up to date with it. So I'm on a lot of the Twitter pages. I'm sorry, let me get up because I'm on a lot of the Twitter pages that I have to go out, and lately I've been getting like sunburn right here. So I want to just wear a visor. So you have to keep track of it. You have to see when your tokens are swapping from V1 to V2. Just like they gave you a lot of notice with Turtle Coin that it was going to happen in like a year or, or a few months. But a lot of these tokens, sometimes they do it quickly. Like, what was it called? Bog Finance. That screwed me over. I didn't know. I bought a bunch of tokens not knowing that they were already in the transition phase. And then I got screwed with that. So I lost money on that, which is okay because it'll take away from my capital gains. But it's just, like there's not enough communication, whether it's on the website. Like, because when you go to World of Waves, there's nothing on the website that says anything about a swap. And it's only August 1st today, which means that the swap happened 7 days ago on July 22nd. So what is it? Was there a short time frame? Because I think that's when the pre-sale for the second one was, which is why the price went up, because they just had a pre-sale of the new version of the token. I know you guys are really getting into my business right now. My cat wanted to get out. And so that's basically what happened with that. So in case you're new to crypto, because that's when, like the people who have been following me have been new when I was new. You have to keep an eye out and make sure that your tokens are up to date. They don't automatically update themselves. You have to go in and manually swap some of them sometimes. I know when PancakeSwap switched, it did the conversions for you, but it's just really annoying. So now I have to look at the freaking multitude of coins that I have to see if there's been any updates, to add all of them to my Twitter, because that's the only way I'll see any updates, and see which ones have to be updated, if anything. I haven't really been paying attention because I had a friend come and stay in my house, and, I went to Sedona and blah, blah, blah. And, like I had a regimen, like I had a routine that I was following. And when this person came in, it kind of like shook me. And I don't know, like it just didn't, my brain wasn't in the same, what's it called? It was inviting on the same level that I was at. But now that I asked my friend to leave for a little while because I needed to get myself back in order and get back to whatever, suddenly like I'm able to write my business plan. I'm able to get everything done. I'm looking back at my crypto. I'm updating everything. I'm seeing everything that I've missed for the last month because I was distracted by a friend who needed a place to stay. I let her crash here for what I thought was a few days that turned into a month and a half. And now she's like, I'm staying until August 30th. I'm like, no, you're not. You're not staying here until August 30th. It's not here. No. Like, this is not what I agreed to. I was like, I'm leaving in 2 months. I need my space. I need time to think. I need to put everything together. So just understand that sometimes just people's energy in your vicinity affects everything in your life. Ooh, my hair products just got delivered. That's what I was waiting for. I'm deep conditioning right now. Not that you care, but whatever. So just keep that in mind, everybody. The thing about crypto, just so you guys have the history, because I was just explaining this to my aunt yesterday. She is in finance and mergers and acquisitions, and she's an investor relations specialist, and she's been doing this for 30 years, and she makes a ridiculous, she knows a lot, right? But she doesn't know crypto. I know crypto. So she was asking me about crypto, and she had invested in Bitcoin and Ethereum, and she's upset because her investment's down. And I told her, you got to hold because it's going to take a few years. It'll go up. It usually goes up every 3 years and 9 months for Bitcoin. It's like almost on a cycle, you know, and so just relax. You bought at the peak of a bull run, and now we're in a bear market. So she understood that, you know. I was like, so just wait for the next bull market and then decide if you're scared, if you could sell it, and if you want, you can hold it. You know, these people are going to hold forever because they're diehard Bitcoiners, right? Anybody who has an investment is going to want to hold until it grows. So it's almost, in my opinion, it is a little bit of a Ponzi scheme. I don't care what anybody says. That's just my personal opinion. Oh, you guys don't know. I'm not a financial advisor. Don't do anything I do. I've only been trading crypto. I've traded stocks before, but I've only been trading crypto for 4 months. No, it's a lie. That's what I've been saying for the 6 months. 7 months? 6 or 7 months? 7 months. Let's say 7 months. Okay, 7 months. And it's just that every time I made a video, I always said, I've only been trading crypto for 4 months. And then I kind of took some time off, and now I'm back. So it's been 7 months that I've been trading, since January of 2021. And now I make videos because I'm trying to teach my friends and my family about crypto, but I don't want to have to keep saying the same story over and over. So I'm going to tell you this story, which I told her, so I don't have to tell anybody again. Basically, crypto is a gamble. You don't know if it's going to go up or down. It's basically, you know, like they call the shit coins are the penny stocks of crypto. You know, they call them meme coins. So when you hear that terminology, you know what that is. And then I invested in a bunch of really valid, good crypto, what I believed based on the research that I did. I'm just waiting for it to grow. And that XRP, you know, from when we had gone to dinner that day, had just launched in Japan. And XRP was the crypto that I told her and everybody to buy. Nobody heeded my whatever. So we'll see what happens. And that I keep an eye on these things. And, you know, you have to look at it every single day, and you have to stay, you know, focused, because if you miss the peak, it could be that one day you don't look, then you miss it. Like right now, World of Waves went up and it looked like I had $133,000. Now it's down to like 80,000. But then I realized when I looked further, because there's always a reason, I missed the swap. And I'm like, so tired of these things, but whatever. It's crypto. So the whole point of crypto and why this is happening is that, because she asked me, she's like, why did they create Bitcoin? And I was like, well, Bitcoin, there's 21 million Bitcoin, right? And it was based on the 21 billion or 21 million, something about 21 million people, or the 21 million people that are unbanked, or the 21 million people that are banked. Some story about 21 million, there's a number. And then, or 21 billion, because I know there's only 8 billion people on the planet, so I don't think it's that. But it had something to do with the number 21 million. And that each Bitcoin is supposed to go up to, is designed to go up to $1 million per Bitcoin. So that's why people are like hoarding it, because when it gets to when the last coin is mined, it should be $1 million per Bitcoin. So what the point of Bitcoin was, and this is my understanding, don't quote me on it, like look up other things in research, but I've done a lot of research and this is what I've learned. And this is what I've concluded for me based on the research I made. They wanted to have a free currency that is not controlled by government or banks. You're in control of your money. You're responsible for your money. You could do whatever you want with your money. You could spend it on whatever you want. There would be anonymity to it. So when Bitcoin first started, it was all of that. It was a currency that you could use, that you were anonymous, that you were able to control your money, that banks didn't have to charge you for, you know, so you work and then they charge you, they take your money away, they don't give you access to it. All of the things that were wrong with money, Bitcoin was supposed to fix. But then, of course, the government is going to say stuff like, oh, well, they're using it for trafficking and drugs and this and that. Well, they use cash for that too. They use credit cards for that too. Whatever you need as currency, they're going to use that. So saying that it was used for illegal stuff is like null, because it doesn't make it, they use everything, you know, like if they could use people as currency, they would use that too, you know, and they do use people as currency, the really, really bad ones. So what Sex slavery, just in case you were wondering. Anyways, so what I was making the point of is that you were supposed to have a free society that you were responsible for everything that happens to your money. With that comes the consequences of it. If you lose your wallet, you lose all your money. If you lose your notebook with all your notes, you lose all your money. If you lose, because people used to write down the code before. If you lose your password, you lose all your money. You hear stories of people in the news all the time that threw out their wallet, or they threw out their zip drive, or they threw out the notebook, or they didn't think Bitcoin was going to be anything, so they didn't care and they threw it out, and now they're like, oh my God. So the whole point is that you are responsible for it in every capacity. There is no insurance that's going to take care of you. There is nobody that's going to have your back if you lose your money. There's no way to regain it, if somebody were to hack you. Now there are auditors. Now there's a way to get the money back. Now there's way to, there's ways to like find out who did it. There's so many different things that are out there now that weren't out when Bitcoin first started. So that was really what it was supposed to be. But now with big government and people losing millions and all this other stuff and people being ransomed with Bitcoin and tokens and whatever, they are cracking down on it, and it's becoming like something that the governments and the law are getting involved in, and therefore they're going to regulate it at some point. And then we're going to go right back to the old system that we were trying to change with Bitcoin. And that's what I explained to my aunt, and she just looked at me like, you've done a lot of research. Like, yeah, I have. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, but I'm really upset that you don't understand. When I saw that 133,000, I was like, I'm cashing out. First, it was 24,000 last night, and I was like, whatever, it's probably a glitch on Trust Wallet, because Trust Wallet always has glitches where it shows you more or it shows you less. You have to you also have to keep track of it, because Trust Wallet sometimes doesn't show you the true value of the coin. I don't know why, but their algorithm's messed up. So a coin could be blowing up and you won't know. So I have to put notifications on my phone to tell me when a coin blows up, because it doesn't always show up on Trust Wallet. But now I'm learning the reason it doesn't is because you might have the V1 version or the V2 version. According to my V1 version, that I had $133,000. But now I'm looking and I have to swap it to V2. I don't know if it happened automatically or what. I don't know what happened. I don't think it did, because they are two different addresses. So when I put in the other address that says wow. Okay, so what happens is I put in, when I first bought the token on Trust Wallet and PancakeSwap, when the DApp browser was activated, now that they took it down, it's like a pain in the butt. It connected to CoinMarketCap, right? And what I did is I created an Excel spreadsheet that shows all of the coins that I bought and then the addresses that I used to buy them. Because sometimes I need to add it to PancakeSwap. I don't know why. Now that the DApp browser is gone, I need to add it to PancakeSwap so it can read it. I also want to know what the address was, because I wanted to see if it was a real coin or if it was a fake coin. So when I looked at Trust Wallet, and then I went to that little square on the top with the zigzag line that looks like a mountain, you click on it and then it shows you all the stats of your token, and then on the bottom it says CoinMarketCap. You click that, and then I went to the, it opened up the CoinMarketCap, and then you see the little address bar, on the underneath, right underneath it says address, and then you see a little MetaMask guy and it says Binance. You click that, and that's the contract address. It took me to BSC Scan. I copied the contract address. So I went to PancakeSwap to try to sell it. I took that contract address, I put it in PancakeSwap. I'm sorry, because this is what I have to look this way when I'm thinking. And it was 0. So then I went back to my Excel spreadsheet and I took the address that I originally bought the coin with, and it showed me the 100 and whatever million coins that I have. So I know, and I was like, something's wrong. So then I went to Twitter, because Twitter is usually up to date. And then I found out that they had converted from V1 to V2. And I was like, fuck this shit. Motherfucker. And that's exactly what I thought and said. So excuse me if you don't like it, but that's really was my thought process. And this is how I find things out. So I'm teaching you guys. Most of the knowledge in my videos is at the end. In the beginning, I just babble, or in the middle, whatever. So that is how I came to the conclusion that I need to swap it. So now I'm trying to swap it, and it's not letting me swap it because it can't connect to my Trust Wallet, because of the fact that the browser is no longer in the freaking wallet. So now I'm at the point where I feel like I might have to go to AT&T and just buy a fucking phone at this point that's an Android so I don't have these issues. I was trying to put it on my Mac laptop. I couldn't do it. Trust Wallet, I was like, I'm so tired of this. Most of my coins are off of Trust Wallet. As soon as that DApp browser dropped, I took everything off. Majority. But the ones I kept on were ones that I was like, I don't know what's going to happen. And if it does blow up, I don't want to have to transfer it from a wallet onto this and then it'd be a nightmare, right? So I was like, I'm just going to leave a couple of coins, a handful of coins on my Trust Wallet in case they blow up like this one just did. But clearly it didn't because I didn't do the conversion. And when you do the conversion, it's not. If it was $133,000, that means that the value of it was $133, right? Because it's oh no, less. 100,000 is one. It would be 1.3. Well, it went up $1.30 from the conversion. And that's what happened with Turtle Coin. Remember I told you about Turtle Coin? How I bought like 2.5 million shares for like $13. And then it jumped up to like $2,000. I didn't cash out. I cashed out at 1,000. But still, that's a great return. But it's because I knew that coin was converting, like it was converting in October. Like when they hit a certain mark, they were going to convert it to V2. So I knew that was going to be worthless anyway. So I was like, let me cash out now. When V2 comes out, there's going to be a huge pump. People are going to buy it. Then the stock drops. That's usually what happens. Or the coin drops. And then that's when you buy. I don't like to buy anymore. Sometimes if you buy in the pre-sale, this is what I've learned. This is just my experience. I'm not a financial advisor. What I'm learning is buy the pre-sale. There's going to be a huge pump after the pre-sale. Sell then. Then there's going to be a huge dump. Then there's going to drop. And then you can buy again later after you've made your profits. That's when it's good to get in. Or when you get in right at the beginning, like within the first hour or two of it going live, and then you sell right away within like that day or 2 days. And then you could sell all of it or half of it. This is just what I'm learning. This isn't like a strategy you should follow because I'm not even following it, but this is just what I've seen other people do. And then you either walk away or you keep half or you keep some of it. And then there's going to be like another pump. So like when they start going on CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko, there's another pump, so some people will buy before that happens. Like they'll keep an eye on the news and then they'll buy before it happens. The surge will happen. They dump. So that's why the pump and dumps happen, is because there are people that are watching. They have computers and robots that do this for them. Then when it goes on like Coinbase or KuCoin or something else, there's another pump, because once a new coin is introduced, everybody wants it. Then there's another pump. Then there's another dump for the people that were holding on from like the beginning or from whatever, or the people that are just manipulating the system because they understand the system. And then it drops again. So it's not until a technology is actually developed and something is coming of it and they can show it to the world and then it has value, that the coin goes up and stays at around a certain price. Something like an Ethereum, Aave, XRP is slowly doing that. Cardano is slowly doing that, but they've been around for a while. They're not new company. They've been around for a while. And then with time, the value has gone up, right? So a lot of these coins that I'm holding on to, I'm hoping that with time, the value will go up. But now I'm seeing that it's like a headache to have to keep track of all these coins, and they go up, they go down. Some of them have just disappeared because they were rug pulls. So, you invest and it comes out. That's why I started investing like $2, $5, whatever. In the beginning, I was investing like 10, 25, like with Pig Token. That went up to 10 grand and then it dropped down. And I was able to grab like 2 or 3 grand out of that 10, but I should have sold at 10. So when I saw this, I felt like, oh my God, this is my chance. I can actually bring somebody with me on this documentary. I can actually, pay off my rent for a year and not have to worry about like anything, because I'm really worried about what I'm going to do with all my stuff. I was going to put it in storage, put it in a pod, because I figured maybe while I'm traveling, I'm going to find some place, love it, end up putting a down payment there, buying there, and then shipping my stuff to myself, right? That was one option. The other option was keep your apartment so you have a place to come back to, because after a year, you're going to want to come back to something familiar and comfortable. so that you can just feel safe and keep going, because you were in this 12 to like 17 country thing where everything was different, and it's a lot for the brain. And then when you come back, you can just relax to something comforting. So I thought about that option as well. So when I saw this $133,000 that was in my account that is not there anymore, because it's probably like 20, I don't know, probably like at $20,000 now. And it's just dropping because whatever. Then I realized that's not going to happen. I had to really keep an eye on my crypto and kind of focus on what I was doing before I got distracted by my friend who needed a place to stay. And then, and she didn't do anything wrong. It was me. It was the way that my brain works and functions, and just like, I just had a lot of things on my mind. It was just and I'm also a very sensitive person with energy, so it was a vibrational kind of interruption as well. So I don't know, it was just a lot. But anyway, she's gone right now, so everything's back to normal and I can function. Now I'm back making crypto videos, looking at my crypto, paying attention. I'm also back looking at the focusing on the documentary. If you guys want to follow my documentary, it's www.theindigenousdocumentary.com. I'm actually looking for a streaming platform where I can upload the videos and people can like pay $5 to see each segment. So like I went to Sedona, I interviewed this guy, but I have like 8 videos or 5 or 6 videos, between 5 and 8, of the guy talking. So I wanted to upload all of them so that people can see it. And then you just pay $5, but you see all of them. Or, $5 or $10. I think $5 is fair. It's like going to the movies. Everybody says 10 because the movie costs $10. And plus it's a lot of different things, and it's a lot of information and knowledge. But documentaries aren't as popular as action movies and things like that. You know what I mean? So I'm still debating on the pricing of what I want it to be. But basically I wanted to be able to stream it so people can watch it. And then maybe the income that comes from that, will help me pay for all of the things that I've been paying out of pocket for, so now it'll take over like the monthly subscriptions and the